Standing here, I realize we were just the same, trying to make history. But who's to judge the right from wrong? When the curtain's down, I think we'll both agree that violence breeds violence. But in the end, it has to be this way. Ding, 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 ding. Steady. Never mind. Because I don't actually know. I don't actually know why I'm standing here. That's why the first page says, why am I standing here? Okay. Alright. So give me a moment, let me get the word that the stream is out. And we can do the whole standing here. I realized that my FYP presentation has issues, and yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sitting stream, as you may have guessed. I am sitting down, I'm not going to be standing up. And do remind me that I have to go and get what do you call it? Sorry, I have no mic, first of all. Normally I would have brought my stick mic. I forgot. So the audio that you hear is pretty scuffed. Give me a moment, I will try to listen to what it is like on my PC over here. Give me a moment. Right. When you try your... why do I not have audio? Why do I not have audio? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical difficulties here. Give me a moment. We will start presenting very soon because I don't have that much time left. Dry run is on Friday. And yeah. Right. Oh, it sounds horrible. Let me get the word that the stream is out. And we can do the whole standing here. I realized it. Standing here, I realized we would. Alright, it works. It works, it sort of works. I will mute this end and let's go. Alright. Function Bluetooth device number 3. Alright. Function Bluetooth device number 2. Switched over. Roger that. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, welcome to the stream. If you're watching, this is my FYP presentation, and yes, so all right, nice. So apart from that, let's get cranking. So I have a 10-minute timer. you will not be able to see the timer because I will not have the ability to share that many screens on such a small window and a small performance and a small performance 1050 Ti actually. Watching me are a light truck, a Subaru that's not a Subaru, a shopping trolley, this thing, and I believe this is a Holden. Yes, it is a Holden. Very, very nice, very rare specimen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, with my vehicular audience in front of me, let's begin. The light truck also has functioning lights. A video on this is coming out soon. So, with the light truck in place, let's begin. 10-minute timer. Because Roy, yes, Supreme Weed Roy, yes, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the meme today. Supreme Weed Roy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 10-minute timer, enter. It's alright, in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I standing here? Well, it's because I'm here to deliver my final year viva of physicochemical and biological properties of chitosan extracted from mud crab shells, Scilla olivacea, and oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus pulmonarius. I am Abraham Georgian Ming. My supervisor is Professor Dr. Awang Ahmad Salihin bin Awang Husnaini. And yes, these slides were recycled from the previous semester. Ladies and gentlemen, acknowledgements. First of all, Prof. Awang, my brilliant professor. Lisa, my hardworking postgrad. And my lab mates and friends who helped me out. All of this would have been impossible without them, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, what are our objectives? This slide is a recap, just in case you need to be reminded of what we're doing here. First of all, to extract chitosan from mud crabs and oyster mushrooms. And secondly, to analyze physicochemical properties of chitosan extracted from mud crabs and oyster mushrooms, and to analyze the biological properties of chitosan extracted from mud crabs and oyster mushrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, what has been changed since the last time you saw me? First of all, calorimetric estimation of glucosamine units has been cancelled because of the lack of Ehrlich's reagent. It has been replaced with UV visible spectrophotometry. Thin layer chromatography, on the other hand, has been cancelled due to the lack of ninhydrin, and it has been replaced with scanning electron microscope morphology of the surface of chitosan. Ladies and gentlemen, how did we streamline extraction? First of all, we adopted the same method for extraction of fungi and crab chitosan. In the previous proposal, 4 different methods, 2 for fungi and 2 for crab chitosan, were highlighted. The decision was made to use the same method by Lahit Mahatma in 2021 in order to enable faster and simultaneous processing of fungi and crab chitosan, and in order to reduce chemical creation time and to reduce the variables that might be introduced using 2 or more different systems for extracting chitosan. Ladies and gentlemen, so what about the findings? First of all, determining yield and ash content. Chitosan yield based on first, second and third batches was found to be 0.04%, 6.15% and 5.31% for fungi chitosan, and 19
0.8%, 8.53%, and 4.58% for crab chitosan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is considered decently mediocre, as in lab conditions, a roughly 20% yield was achieved by reference insert here because I forgot on the slide. Chitosan ash content, on the other hand, was 0% for fungi and 1% for crab chitosan. Crab chitosan's 1% is roughly normal because the less percentage of ash you have, the better. However, fungi's 0.0 ash percent may be due to the sample just flying clean out of the crucible when I put it in the furnace, because the higher the ash content, the purer the chitosan is. So theoretically, we have achieved extremely pure chitosan from fungi. Ladies and gentlemen, Fourier transform infrared. This on your right is the profile that we have acquired from the third batch, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you zoom in here, you'll see that commercial crab chitosan is this aquamarine color. It is matched in profile by fungi chitosan film and fungi chitosan dried in the oven. Fungi chitosan dried at room temperature does not have the peak around this area, which should indicate the presence of water in the chitosan that was dried at room temperature. And the crab chitosan from my own personal extraction process is just a flat line. This could be due to multiple factors. For example, the extraction issue needing further optimization. Apart from that, the commercial chitosan does not match the crab because of the fact that the crab chitosan decided to misbehave when we put it in the oven. It was better, which you can see in the purple line, when it was dried at room temperature. So a lot of optimization still needs to be done at the extraction stage for crab chitosan. However, ladies and gentlemen, chitosan from fungi is very close to the FDR profile of commercial chitosan, and which means that we have gotten very close to synthesizing proper chitosan from fungi, which is ironic given that this procedure is meant for crab. Ladies and gentlemen, degree of deacylation, 70% is considered passable, 90% is considered high. I achieved in my experiments roughly 24 to 29%. The control that I was provided with, commercial chitosan, achieved 27%. This indicates that we have samples, both control and extracted samples, that have exceedingly low degree of deacylation and therefore is not exactly usable, because degree of deacylation indicates water solubility, where 90% is considered high and 70% is considered passable. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, this is not good, but it is somewhat matching the commercial control. More optimization, ladies and gentlemen, is demanded here. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of scanning electron microscopy, on the top three photos you see commercial chitosan. This is because commercial chitosan produces a almost perfectly flat film that you can see very few imperfections with, except for this one dot over here. The middle row consists of crab chitosan, which includes the very, very jagged profile that you can see here, and fungi chitosan also is rather jagged. Both of these form jagged and rough shapes, which do not tally with commercial chitosan. Based on K8 et al. In 2018, commercial chitosan should produce a thin and uniform layer on the scanning electron microscopy image. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to antimicrobial properties. Fungi chitosan exhibited slight inhibitory effects, as you can see on this E. coli agar-well diffusion diagram. Overall, there were pretty uneven results throughout the whole experiment. This part also needs further optimization. You can see that the commercial chitosan achieved some form of inhibition over here, but given we did not see any further inhibition for both for the other commercial chitosan plates, these are the best results, by the way. It can be said that these are just outliers and exceptions rather than the rule. Moving on to this diffusion, you can see irregular inhibitory zones around crab chitosan in the left of this diffusion diagram. Overall, we have yielded inconsistent results, which is quite unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. This may be because, as you can see here, operator error plays a massive part in these extremely sensitive tests, because you can see these stripes here are an inexperienced operator, also known as me, trying to apply inadequate force to the spreading tool while spreading the bacterial culture. You can see here in the Staphylococcus aureus diffusion and the Pseudomonas aeruginosa at this diffusion that there is a slight shade of inhibition around ampicillin for both, as well as a larger shade but still irregular shade of inhibition around crab chitosan. Ladies and gentlemen, results are irregular and could be improved. Oh my goodness, I've already run over 10 minutes. All right, I'll continue. Ladies and gentlemen, right, reset, excuse me. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, antioxidant properties. Finally, free radical scavenging assay, or FRSA, was used to evaluate antioxidant properties as per the proposal. There were no changes made. However, the standard curve was not accurate. The crab and fungi chitosan did not achieve the correct R-square value to be considered statistically significant. This may be due to exposure to light, uneven timing, and pipetting error, all of which may have contributed to the inaccurate results. Ladies and gentlemen, the FRSA standard graph, as you can see here, has an R-square value of 0.9691. This is reasonable. However, as you can see here, these dots should all be in a nice uniform line. They are not. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the antimicrobial properties for crab chitosan, commercial chitosan, and fungi chitosan, which is on the next page. You can see here that crab chitosan achieved an R-square value of 0.8742. Reason why this is not included in our results is because in order for something to be considered statistically significant when performing this experiment, the R-square value should be 0.95 and above, because this shows that the dots are at an acceptable distance from the trend line. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not good. Commercial chitosan is even worse, R-square value of 0.2424, even less statistically significant, ladies and gentlemen, and therefore unacceptable as part of the results. Fungi chitosan's FRSA curve, also 0.854, R-square value, unacceptable, and overall could use some optimization. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not for lack of trying. Just to get the standard, there were 6 separate attempts, and by the end of fungi chitosan FRSA testing, the lab had run out of DPPH, and my friend who wanted to run DPPH had to use expired DPPH. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, FRSA is extremely resource intensive. Part 7, UV spectroscopy. Why does it say FRSA? I do not know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Orr et al. Found a peak at 320 nanometers for UV spectra of chitosan. These peaks that you see here are completely erroneous, completely broken, completely not good. So, for fungi chitosan, which you can see in green, peaks can be found at 239 nanometers and 246 nanometers. This may be due to the chunks in the solution causing an abnormally high reading, because this particular sample of fungi chitosan refused to dilute whatever I did to it, whether it was spinning for 4 hours. Couldn't apply heat because that would degenerate the chitosan and turn it into something else. Peaks at 250 nanometers and 261 nanometers for crab chitosan. This may be due to incomplete dilution, same issue as the fungi chitosan. Commercial chitosan exhibited erroneous results. This may be due to expired commercial chitosan. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally statistical analysis were performed on the percentage yield and the, I don't know what this is. I forgot to edit this one. This should be, I think, something mass. Ash percent. So, ladies and gentlemen, percentage yield and ash percentage were both statistically significant, and the Tukey test did not show significant difference between mean values. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so what is our conclusion? The alternative hypothesis is accepted, and the different types of chitosan sourced from fungi and from mud crabs vary in physical, chemical, and biological properties. They may vary because of operator error, they may vary because of the wrong techniques used. All these things, especially the extraction process, still need to be streamlined, still need to be optimized. And ladies and gentlemen, as a wise lecturer once said, as long as you learn something, it's considered a success. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the references used. Thank you so much. Are there any questions? The delay is 30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. I am back. So, does hold on, let me change this. Where's my Firefox? There we go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, does Kaito-san different? Let me start my counter. Where is my counter? Come on. I want my 10-minute timer. 10-minute timer. Thank you so much. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, does Kaito-san different? I am Abraham George Jinming. I am presenting my final year viva on physical, chemical and biological properties of Kaito-san extracted from mud crab shells, Scilla olivacea and oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus pulmonarius. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to introduce you to my acknowledgements, ladies and gentlemen, because this would not have been possible without the contributions of Prof. Awang, my brilliant professor, Lisa, my hardworking PG, and my lab mates and friends who helped me out at every part of the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, if the scroll wheel will work, yes, what are our objectives first of all? This is a reminder because I'm here to extract Kaito-san from mud crabs and oyster mushrooms, to analyze the physical chemical properties of Kaito-san extracted from mud crabs and oyster mushrooms, and to analyze the biological properties of Kaito-san extracted from mud crabs and mushrooms. So, ladies and gentlemen, what has changed? First of all, colorimetric estimation of glucosamine units has been cancelled because of the lack of Ehrlich's reagent and replaced with UV visible spectrophotometry. And the thin layer chromatography has been cancelled due to the lack of ninhydrin and has been replaced with scanning electron microscope morphology. Ladies and gentlemen, how did we streamline extraction? First of all, we use the same method for extraction of fungi and crab Kaito-san, which enables faster and simultaneous processing of fungi and crab Kaito-san, and uses relatively simple and unexotic chemicals, unlike the other procedures which utilize X and Y chemicals which could not be found in our facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, what about the findings? So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, yield and ash content. For yield, higher is better. As you can see, we manage it around 6% maximum for fungi Kaito-san and 19% maximum for crab Kaito-san. In terms of ash content, where lower is better, crab achieve 1.02% and fungi achieve 0%, which is a theoretically perfect output. Ladies and gentlemen, Fourier transform infrared Kaito-san from mud crabs do not match the commercial Kaito-san FDIR profile. This is an extraction issue and needs further optimization of the extraction process. So you can see here this graph that's a teal green color. This is commercial crab Kaito-san, this is our control. And these two lines are crab Kaito-san, they should not be in this shape, they're too flat. Fungi Kaito-san, dried in the oven and dried at room temperature, exhibit similar properties in terms of the spectra from the FDIR machine. And fungi film exhibits a smoothed out spectra. This is due to this is dried at room temperature. This is because the Kaito-san dried at room temperature still has a pretty high water content in it. So we can see that fungi Kaito-san dried in the oven and as a film, both are pretty close to the FDIR profile. Commercial Kaito-san, which is always a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. So degree of de-acylation, higher is better. As you can see here, the commercial control achieved 27% and the highest the crab first extraction achieved 29.95% and fungi achieved 25.65%. This is considered low because 70% is considered passable and 90% is considered high. DD is an indicator of water solubility, and as a result, the more water soluble it is, the more applications it can be used in. So, ladies and gentlemen, Scanning electron microscopy. On the top row you can see commercial chitosan. On the middle row you can see crab chitosan. On the bottom row you can see fungi chitosan. Commercial chitosan form a smooth morphology. This is correct according to Kayat et al. In 2018. And crab and fungi chitosan form jagged and rough shapes. This indicates that the chitosan has been extracted in a crystal form and is not particularly pure or does not dilute properly in its solvent. Ladies and gentlemen, for antimicrobial properties, the agar-well diffusion. Fungi chitosan exhibited slight inhibitory effects, and we had overall uneven results because no inhibitory effects in antimicrobial properties, in agar-well diffusion were shown by the other types of chitosan apart from fungi. Ampicillin showed a slight and uneven inhibitory zone. You can see here commercial chitosan has an area so large that it is suspected that this is spillage rather than actual zones of inhibition. Fungi chitosan for Pseudomonas aeruginosa exhibited a small and uneven inhibitory zone, which is reflected in ampicillin as well. Small and uneven inhibitory zone. Overall, could be improved. Ladies and gentlemen, for antimicrobial properties, we also use this diffusion. This shows us that there are irregular inhibitory zones around crab chitosan, showing overall inconsistent results. In E. coli diffusion, you can see the clean circle that appears around the crab chitosan. In S. aureus diffusion, you can see the slightly larger circle that occurs around crab chitosan. Fungi in this particular petri dish exhibits a very, very faint, uncertain inhibitory zone, as with ampicillin. Ladies and gentlemen, in all these you can see that the ampicillin is exhibiting uneven inhibitory zones. Same goes to the crab chitosan. Ladies and gentlemen, for antioxidant properties, we used the free radical scavenging assay. The standard curve was accurate, however, crab, fungi, and commercial chitosan did not achieve the correct R-square value. This led to the dataset being unusable. Ladies and gentlemen, exposure to light, uneven timing, and pipetting error may all be contributions to this error. You can see here that the FRSA curve did not achieve the R-square value to be considered statistically significant, which is 0.95 and above. The commercial chitosan did not achieve that. Fungi chitosan did not achieve that. Ladies and gentlemen, for UV visual spectroscopy, based on O et al. In 2019, there should be, in theory, a single peak at 320 nanometers for chitosan. However, there were peaks found at different points for fungi and crab chitosan, both of which may be due to incomplete dilution. The commercial chitosan exhibited erroneous results. This may be due to expired chitosan. And overall, ladies and gentlemen, the peaks for fungi and the peaks for crab chitosan did not match the profile of O and R, which you can see in the next slide. I did not put it in here. I have to remember to put it in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, for statistical analysis, all figures were determined to be statistically significant. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, our alternative hypothesis is accepted. The different types of chitosan sourced from fungi and from mud crabs vary in physical, chemical, and biological properties. Ladies and gentlemen, extraction processes can be optimized and extraction processes can be streamlined. The tests that we carried out, especially the FRSA, can be improved in terms of enhanced protection for the sample, which is light sensitive, and in terms of enabling more accurate pipetting, which may have caused the slightly odd results. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Are there any questions?
All right.
That's it. 1 minute.
Thank